Hi guys, today I just want to spend a few minutes looking at exploring solving multi-step equations and inequalities a little further. And I want to look at some interesting observations and unique solutions you might encounter occasionally as you are working through these types of problems. So let's begin. Let's look at this problem. I have an equation here. I've got a variable on both sides, and I also need to simplify. So we are really good at this. We can do this. Let's start by using the distributive property. Distribute that 6 to everything in the parentheses. So first I'm going to simplify the left side. I'm going to get 6 plus 6 times 2t is 12t minus 6. Oops, I really don't need those parentheses anymore. Equals 3 plus 12t. Okay, so now I'm going to combine my like terms. So 6 minus 6 is 0. That gives me 12t equals 3 plus 12t. Now I'm going to solve this two-step equation, but before I can do that, I got to get my t's all on one side. So I'm going to subtract 12t here, and look what happens when I subtract 12t here. I get 0t equals 3. And that's kind of weird. We've not seen that before. There is absolutely no number that will make 0t equal to 3. It just doesn't exist. You may encounter solutions like this. And in this case, there is actually no solution to this problem. Another name we call that is the null set, which means the set is empty. There is nothing that will work for this. So in this case, this problem would have no solution. I can go back. There's nothing I could even check that would work. Okay. So just know that on occasion, you might encounter an equation that has no solution. Okay. Let's look at another type of problem. Again, I'm going to want to simplify before I solve. So when I do that, I'm going to distribute that 4. I'm going to get 8b minus 24 plus 11 equals 8b minus 13. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to combine my like terms. My negative 24 plus 11, I get 8b minus 13 equals 8b minus 13. That's interesting. Both sides are exactly the same. In the case where you're going to get both sides exactly the same, or b equals b, I could solve it. I'm just going to get a bunch of zeros again. In this case, when this side here is exactly the same as this side, we are going to say that any number you plug in for b, and you can try it, plug in a number. Let's plug in 1. 8 times 1 minus 13 equals 8 times 1 minus 13. Well, I'm going to get the same thing on both sides. 8 minus 13 is going to be negative 5 equals negative 5. So 1 works. Let's try another number. Let's try 2. 8 times 2 minus 13 equals 8 times 2 minus 13. 8 times 2 is 16 minus 13, which is 3 equals 3. Oh, 2 also works. So you will see sometimes you'll get an equation where all numbers are a solution. And we would call that we would say that it has the identity property as its solution. No matter what I put in for B, I'm going to get a balanced equation. So we could say all numbers or identity for some of these problems. Okay, so as you're working through the practice, just know sometimes you might get solutions where there are no solutions, or you might get some solutions where any number you plug in will work. So just keep that in mind as you go through your practice. Have a good day.